So again, the war is not about whether or not everyone in Ukraine should live or die. The question is who's going to sit on the throne in Kiev? Someone like Poroshenko or Zelensky, who answers to NATO, or a guy like Yanukovych, who is much more sympathetic to Putin. But realize that NATO's current fighter for democracy, Volodymyr Zelensky, has nationalized the media in Ukraine. He has outlawed 11 competing political parties, according to The Guardian, confiscated property from the Orthodox Church, has instituted military conscription, forced labor against your will, getting your limbs blown off and possibly dying for all men ages 18 to 65. Looking forward to the feminists coming out in opposition to that sexist legislation. Also, Ukraine bombed Poland on November 15th of 2022. And Vladimir Zelensky said NATO needs to respond to this. Thankfully, Lloyd Austin, the Raytheon member, actually came out, the current Secretary of Defense, and said that it actually turns out this was a Ukrainian defense missile, but ultimately Russia is at fault because, they started this whole thing, even though the war started back in 2014 when people in the Donbass lost their president, Yanukovych, and they tried to secede. But the Ukrainian government said, no, you can't leave us. You have to stay a member of the Union. And not to mention, Zelensky the other day comes out and says, yeah, we might not actually hold elections this year because technically, according to our constitution, under martial law, we don't have to hold elections. So this is the guy fighting for democracy. This is Vladimir Zelensky. If you don't love him as much as you love Tony Fauci, you must love Vladimir Putin, and you don't care if everyone in Ukraine is enslaved and then dies.